Welcome, everybody, to the NFL Presidential Address for Week 5. This is Part 3. Make sure to check out Part 1 and 2. We'll talk about what is on those in a bit. On this show, you're going to hear what to bet on the Philadelphia game. They're playing the Rams, the Jets, and Denver. And, of course, I would never leave out the Dallas-San Francisco game. Let's get straight into it. Philadelphia going into LA. They're playing the Rams. It is now -4.5, a total of 50.5, and it used to be 48. So it just keeps getting bet up, and I agree with that. And we'll talk about why. Like San Fran, this Philly offense is impossible to contain. They can run, they can pass, they can block, they can pretty well do whatever they want. Almost any time they want. This is a team that could name their score. Now they face the Rams. And the Rams have been much, much better than expected, but they still have a real bad secondary. The Rams were lucky to get out of Indy with a win, and they allowed Indy to come back on them. They were up 23-0, and they let the game get to overtime. That is not a good statement towards a team, and especially towards their defense. If Anthony Richardson can put up 200 yards on them, and Indy can score 23 on them, the Eagles should be able to put up 35 easy. On top of that, this game is on carpet, and it should be a shootout. As for the Rams, this team can score, and we have seen that in 3 of their 4 games this season. They have put up 29, 16, 23, and 30. And it looks like they have fixed or at least improved their O-line from the debacle of Week 3. Also, it was nice to see Williams run for over 100 yards. That really does create some balance with their offense. And once your offense is balanced and once you have a running game, the passing game only becomes better. I know everyone thinks Philly has some lights out D, but do they? Do they really? They allowed Washington to put up 31 on them. Tampa Bay only put up 11. I get it. That's great. But Minnesota put up 29, and the New England Patriots put up 20. You all know where I'm going with this. We are going to bet the over here, and I think this line will be at 52 by game time. The bottom line is that Philly can score all game long, and especially against the Rams. And the Rams can score as well and score quickly. We saw both Philly and the Rams throw a lot of deep balls. They stretch the field. They score fast. I expect this game to get way into the 50s. I wouldn't be surprised if we got into the 60s. I have a projected score of 34-27. I like the Philadelphia game to go over. I also do like the Rams at +4.5. Okay, before we get into the next game, the New York Jets against Denver, I just want to make mention that last week was outstanding. In all 3 of the presidential videos, we went 9-3. The record on the year is 31 wins and 21 losses. My clients had a great week as well, 6-3 week for them. I also cashed 2 150 dogs for my clients. And guys, I have a promo for you that you really need to take advantage of. It's Prez 99. $99 for 4 weeks of all my NFL plays. October is my best month. It has always been my best month. I've been betting the NFL before TikTok was not spelt with a C. I don't know if that's a joke, but you get it. It's been a long time. 30 plus years of betting the NFL, and October is always my best month. Please join me. If you're never going to join me for any bets that I put out for my clients, if you're only going to do it one time, this is it. Promo code Prez99. Okay, let's get into the Jets game. Money coming in on the Jets. They were +2.5 yesterday. Today is Tuesday when I tape. Now they are +1.5. The total in this game has been bet up to 43. So let's break it down. Zach Wilson looked like he was channeling Tom Brady on Sunday night. Well, that was at least according to all the talking heads. What a performance for a kid that has been totally abused and especially during the week leading up to it. I mean, Joe Namath smack talked the kid. Also, shout out to Hackett for putting together a much more aggressive game plan. With all that said, if you go back and you actually watch the highlights of Zach Wilson's throws, he did not take his eyes off the first read. He did not look at any other wide receiver except the one he wanted to throw to, and he was lucky they got open. That is not the sign of a quarterback that has had a good game. That's the sign of a quarterback whose wide receivers got open. I am so impressed with the Jets defense right now. Holding Kansas City to 23 points is impressive. That's nothing. They shut them out for 3 quarters. Okay, minus a field goal. They allowed KC a field goal in 3 freaking quarters. As for Denver, I gave them out as a play against Chicago last week. It was strictly a play betting against Chicago. We pushed on a miracle comeback. Is this the win the Broncos needed to turn their season around? I don't think so. What is more pathetic? Allowing Miami to score 70 on you, or allowing Fields and the Bear offense to look like Kurt Warner's led Rams? Chicago put up 171 yards on the ground. Holy crap. Fields, he put up 300 yards in the air. Holy crap. That was probably Justin Fields' best performance ever. And it was against the worst defense in all of football. There's no way I'm betting the Broncos here. This Jets team showed life and showed support for Wilson on Sunday night. And I think even though they lost, this was a potential season-changing game. The Jets were aggressive on offense. Wilson moved the ball and was almost mistake-free. Almost. And we all know how good their D is. Plus, the Hackett factor is in play. I see no reason why the Jets can't win this game outright. The Broncos have a D that is not even really playing right now. Like, I actually don't even know. Are they playing a man down? Are they only sending 9 out? Whatever the case may be, their offense can't even put 4 good quarters together unless you take one from a game 3 weeks ago, add it to another from a game 2 weeks ago, etc., etc. We're taking the dog here. Let's not overthink this and throw a little bit on the money line. Okay, the big game. Sunday night, Dallas, +4 in San Fran. A total of 45 points. And what a game this should be. Might end up dictating home field advantage throughout the playoffs. This is an important football game. Let me start by saying this. San Fran's offense is almost unstoppable. I have never seen a running back like CMC and how he finds space and completely dominates football games. On top of that, Purdy just keeps making throws. He keeps stretching the field. He keeps finding his receivers. He looks poised. He looks confident. He's mistake-free. Man, the Niners are good. They have scored 30, 30, 30, and 35 points per game. If San Fran can put 30 up again against Dallas, how the hell is this game going to stay under? Well, I know. Dallas's defense is good, and everyone is talking about how they can slow this San Fran offense down. Really? Really? Can they? Really? Yeah, really? So far, they have faced the Giants, the Jets, Arizona, and New England. 3, maybe 4 of the worst offensive teams in all of football. Arizona put up 28 on them. Really? Really, Dallas? Your D is so great? It might be when the season ends that your D is so great. But let's not get carried away. As of now, they have played nobody. What we do know is Dallas can score, and they can score quick. In the 4 games they've played this season, they have put up 40, 30, 16, and 38. They have a great run game. They have a great passing game. They got a great O-line. They have a shitty coach, but we'll move on from him. If this was a playoff game, I would consider betting the under here, but it's way too early for playoff type intensity. The only way to bet this game is to look at the over. I released the over when the Niners played Zona, and we cashed. And frankly, 2 drop TD passes by Arizona. If one was caught, Arizona would have had 23 points in that game. This San Fran D is good. It is really, really good. But again, they have played Pittsburgh, the Rams, the Giants, and Arizona. And they allowed 23 points to the Rams and basically 23 points to Arizona. I do like the boys here as well. I take the dog. We're getting more than a field goal in a game I think is going to be really close. Furthermore, if the boys are down by 10 with the ball, they should get the backdoor cover. This Dallas team is too good on offense to be getting more than a field goal against anyone. I like Dallas, and I like over the total. That's it for week 5 of the NFL Presidential Address, except we have a teaser for you guys. 2-team, 6-point teaser. The New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. Guys, please take advantage of the promo Prez99. I'm really going to kill it this month of October. I've gone back. I've looked at my numbers for the last 34 years of betting. October is my best month by far. I got a promo for you all. It's $99 for 4 weeks of all my NFL plays. Please, please take advantage of that. Prez99. And also, check out part 1. Chicago versus Washington, Jacksonville versus Buffalo, New Orleans against New England. Show 2, Carolina and Detroit, Houston and Atlanta, Cincinnati against Arizona. That's it for week 5 of the NFL Presidential Address. I'm Lawrence Presman. We'll see you next week.